back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back, one. Welcome back. Today we are receiving more bear news coming out from the market as uncertainty are filling up. The American people are now more concerned of the possibility of the U.S. entering a recession, something that had always been reiterated by many media, economics, and the American people. Right now, U.S. recession concern is growing at an all-time high, where economics are predicting that there is a possibility of the U.S. recession will enter a very long and severe stage. So there is an economic that really have a bearish stance on the U.S. economy, fearing that it's going to be long and severe. As the Fed continue to hike up the interest rate, we are seeing that interest rates are actually hurting the American people. More Americans are now willing to take debt in order to help and ease their financial stability. They are now required to utilize their credit card. And in the end, they are being forced to pay high interest rate due to multiple rates hike by the Federal Reserve here. This is a very problematic situation. We have seen mortgage rate has gone up significantly. And the cost of living has gone up significantly, even though it's had peaked. It's had peaked. And now we are seeing the ease of inflation. But however, will this trend continue as fear of a recession is mounting at all-time high? We have a strong job report in July, but it's still gonna cause the American people to become more worried because the Fed gonna enforce another 75 basic point here. Something that's very concerned because they are willing to enforce tighter monetary policy within the U.S. economy. Well, the main goal is to slow down inflation and also to slow down the U.S. economic performance overall. So right now, a lot of stuff are growing, and let's look here. We are talking about from JPMorgan CEO boss Jamie Dimon. He said, "Hey guy, I think the U.S. is preparing for something that is way worse than what we have experienced in 2008, than what we have experienced during the dot-com bubble, and we might experience something worse, way worse than a recession. Might be a depression. It could be within this era. However, there's still many macro uncertainty filling up in the U.S. economy, and right now, fear is growing, folks. Fear is growing. He even predict that the U.S. economy include a chance of something worse than a recession. To me, it could be the dot-com bubble, where everything just burst financially speaking. It could way worse as our depression within the late 20th and early 20th century. So JPMorgan Chief Jamie Dimon economic forecast predicts a bear forecast within the U.S. economy. We have seen this as the demand for oil is continuing to decline. China has cut their interest rate. That is what is very concerning since they are the second largest economics in the world here. So that's what we are seeing. And he say, if I had to put odds soft landing 10%, harder landing my recession 20 to 30, he added. So there is still a highly chance of the U.S. entering a recession here, folks. And right now we have to be very prepared because the worst might happen and things could exacerbate from here too. So there's still a lot of uncertainty filling up. Let's look forward. Target did post their quarter earnings, which was very unimpressive to investors. They missed investor economic forecast, which was really troubling here. Retail sale report for July showed no monthly increase in consumer. We have seen this, and as the price of fuel continues to go down. However, the cost of food is still on the rise, and that's what very troubling here. Not only that, we have seen rent increase tremendously. So that's what we are seeing. But however, consumer spending account for about 2/3 of the U.S. economy. And we have seen a little bit moderate spending here. So not a lot of stuff what to be worrying about. But there's still more metric coming out. So we just received our U.S. manufacturing, which has gone up within last month. So we are still seeing economic performance. But however, recession concerns are still there, folks. It's still there. Let's move forward and talk about target earnings. Target actually missed economic forecast, which was very unimpressive here. Target profit plunged as it has price to clear out a glut of unwanted inventory. What this means? Slow spending, folks. Unwanted inventory. The inability to liquidate those assets, and now they are receiving this unwanted inventory. This is just what we see. And the real retailer maintained its outlook for the year, even cut their forecast from a couple of weeks ago. So it's still a troubling sign from the economy that we are seeing as recession concern are mounting. So unwanted inventory is a big problematic situation. Right now, investors are very cautious with what they are willing to spend and are they willing to take more debt than what they can afford. So many more metrics are coming out as of right now. So it's a quarterly profit fell by 90% from a year ago. This is how terrible it is. Even though Walmart did post their quarter earnings yesterday, they did beat market expectation. But however, Target just reiterate the possibility of a recession here as they continue to hold and maintain their price forecast here. So it's still a lot of stuff coming out. Let's look forward in Europe. So we are now talking about the world's largest sovereign wealth fund lost more than $174 billion in the first half, cite inflation and war in Europe. Are you kidding me? $174 billion. Inflation and trembling, folks, is just causing a tremendous financial pain for many investors, and this is just the beginning. Let's look here. The $1.3 trillion fund returned a negative 14.4% during the period as stock and bond reacted violently to global recession fear and skyrocketing inflation. This is the fact, folks. Inflation has gone out of control right here. There's no control within inflation. It's just the very problematic situation of inflation is by the result of printing and stimulating trillion and trillion of dollars into the economy. That is just the effect of inflation here. So right now the fund did not perform very well, lost more than $174 billion worth of asset here. So that's what really troubling us. Norway's sovereign wealth fund, largest in the world, had lost a 1.6 $174 billion in the first half of 2022. That is a significant chunk of money coming out from their fund. So, well, very shocking news coming out from the market. So, last but not least, as of now, though, Audacity just enacted layoff at their radio station as costs begin to rise. They are now feeling the pain of labor costs, cost of services, cost of operating a business. Everything has gone up, and now right now we are seeing many entities are being forced to lay off their worker in a change to survive the possibility of the U.S. entering a recession here. So in the end though, what are my thoughts with the US economy? As of right now, there's still many macroeconomic factors to take into consideration and also ongoing geopolitical tension in the Europe and also in the Pacific region. As of right now, FUD is growing full and recession concern are mounted at all-time highs. So right now we have to be very careful and continue to analyze the market day by day. And many bear news are keep coming out, and this is just what we are seeing. And then I hope everyone enjoy watching my video. And if you do, please click on that subscribe button. And also don't forget to click on that like button. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.